Phil Scott, a Republican, has vetoed more bills in his 4 years than any previous Vermont governor. Today, he was overridden by the House. The Senate is expected to follow tomorrow. At issue, his vetoes of Montpelier and Winooski charter changes, allowing non-citizens the right to vote in local elections next year. A vote to override his third veto, which sealed arrest records for more young offenders, did not have the votes and was postponed till January.
Orders of the day.
Meeting on Zoom, almost no one actually at the Capitol, the House of Representatives tried to override 2 of the governor's latest vetoes. They are similar bills amending the charters of Winooski and Montpelier, whose voters had approved making residents, not yet U.S. citizens, eligible to vote in town elections.
There are several cities and towns around the nation that have allowed non-citizens to vote in local elections for years with no election problems.
Republican Governor Phil Scott says he's not opposed to non-citizen voting, but wants one model all towns could follow.
I think if we're going to do this, I think there should be a template, that we should establish a template so it's not this piecemeal approach throughout Vermont, because I predict that there will be more communities that want to do this, but it should all be the same.
Burrows of West Windsor.
Yes.
Representative Burrows votes yes.
But the House, along party lines with every member present, voted to override the governor, sending both charter changes on to the Senate, which is expected to override them on Thursday.
In terms of those towns getting ready for their votes, for legal residents to be able to vote, they need some more lead time, and we felt like waiting till January was not actually very respectful to those towns.
And many lawmakers said they wanted to send a signal to immigrants that Vermont welcomes you.
This change to our municipal charter will allow any qualified Winooski resident to have a voice in local matters that affect them, their families, and their lives.
Scott told us with big Democratic majorities at the Capitol, the overrides were not a big surprise. The Senate tomorrow also expected to take up S-79, a bill which almost passed right before adjournment last month. It would improve rental housing and establish a new registry of rental units. Scott sounds ready to veto that one if it gets to his desk. Alice?
Stu, thanks.